And welcome back to my channel, or welcome here if you're new. My skin is currently naked. I have no makeup on because we're doing my base slash foundation routine. This is my go-to routine at the moment for when I do wear makeup. I only wear makeup when I do filming or like Instagram makeup. I actually don't wear makeup outside the house pretty much ever. It's something most people don't know about me, is I only wear makeup at home, which is the opposite to most people. So this is the foundation routine that I use when I want my skin to look flawless but still look like me. And I actually know this makeup does last a long time as well, so if I do have to do like an event or like actually leave the house with makeup on, it's the worst. This is my makeup routine that I'm currently using. I'm just going to be showing you like the priming, foundation, concealer and powder. Though I won't do a full-on tutorial with the rest of the makeup, but this is my go-to foundation routine. So if you want to see how I get these different makeup looks using the same foundation routine, just keep watching. As I said, I have absolutely no makeup on at the moment, but the first step is to prime. Was never really a big fan of priming because I was like, it's useless, the foundation should do everything for you, until I looked at my skin a little bit more and then I realized I had really large pores, especially through here, and then some foundations enhance the crap out of these pores and look so bad. My favorite pore filling primer at the moment is this guy here. It is the W7 Prime Magic Base Perfecting Balm. So it's essentially, I believe it's like a rip-off of the Tatcha one. It's really, really cool. It's only $5 from Chemist Warehouse because W7 products are mostly $5. It's incredibly cheap and it's an incredible product. Use it sparingly. Don't let it ball up, because if you use too much it will ball up and look really bad on your skin. So I've just been rubbing it in just to the center of my face and really wherever I have texture. So if I have like a breakout, I usually get breakouts along here, so I'll put that on and it really smooths the effect out as well. And I find with this product, it's like a push and smear. Like you press the product into the pores, so it really blocks them out. It's not one of those like rub-in products. You just got to press it into the skin to get the most, like, the best result for the product. Because this routine is a little bit extra, I actually do 2 primers. I have large acne prone skin that's very dehydrated and dry. So that's for what I believe is like the hardest skin type ever, because you want to use products that dry out your acne, but then they dry out your skin. So I've been using the pore filling primer in conjunction with this guy. And not necessarily you have to use such a high-end primer. I know that Essence actually has a really good hydrating one, same as like Makeup Revolution. I'm just trying to use this up. It is the Faced Hangover RX primer. It does not smell like coconut in my opinion. Everyone's like, oh, it smells like coconut. It does not. I just take one pump and then I just apply it like I would a moisturizer. Don't worry if I get a little bit red. Pretty much if you touch my face I turn bright red. It's nothing new, it's not the product itself. It's just my super sensitive, weird skin. It is a hydrating primer. I give it about 5 minutes before I go into foundation, just so it really sinks into the skin, hydrates it and primes it. So it's been about 5 minutes time. My skin is a little bit tacky, but it feels hydrated. It does not like wet, if you know what I mean. And the foundation, the star of the show that I've been obsessed with, and it's super affordable, and it is now available at Priceline Australia, which is pretty huge. It is the Makeup Revolution Conceal+Define Full Coverage Foundation. I use the shade F7 and this product is so overhyped, but it's amazing. It is worth every penny and it's only $15. It's super cheap. It's actually very, very affordable and I love it. It comes in, I don't know how many shades now, it's like 30 or something shades, so you're almost guaranteed to find a shade for any skin tone, any skin depth. It's incredible product. Priceline, go get it. Awesome. Or Makeup Revolution website, I just buy it from there direct. Now this product claims to be full coverage. I do agree to that to a certain degree. I've never made it, oh my god, full coverage, nothing like Estee Lauder coverage, but I just use this foundation to even out my skin tone. It covers blemishes mostly and it really just hides all my redness that I want to hide when I wear this foundation. Now to apply it, I actually just use it straight from the bottle onto my face, and to blend it out you can use 2 options. I prefer using a brush. I'm a big fan of this kabuki brush. I simply buy my brushes on eBay. I can't give you a brush number. It's from Marble. It's a small kabuki brush. It's amazing. It definitely builds up the coverage to a more full coverage as well. So I just press and buff. It's really, really good brush. You can use a sponge. You just won't get as an intense coverage as you probably would like. But if you want that really natural coverage, definitely use a sponge. Use a damp sponge, it's awesome. I'll show you how this applies on one side of my face and then I'll check back in with you. That is one half of my face done, and I know what you're thinking, it's not dramatic, and that's what I love about it. It's looks like me still. It just looks like, I guess, an improved version, like an even textured person. This is like I like my skin at the moment. My skin's doing really well, but it is a little bit red, it's a little uneven, but that is even. It is medium full coverage. I love it. I'm gonna zoom you in. Look at this skin texture. Like, I don't know if it's a combination. I just love the foundation mixed with the combination of the primers, but it's, my pores are there, but they're not standing out. They're not like enhanced or anything. I have no smile lines. This side does smile line pretty badly, but that's nothing new. All foundations do that. But my skin look good, like real good. So I don't use concealer excessively like I used to anymore, but I do like to highlight, and my go-to under eye concealer is being from Fenty Beauty. This is the new Pro Filter Concealer. I have the shade 185, and it's perfect for the highlighting under my eyes. It does not crease. Well, it creases minimalistically. I have very crease-prone under eyes, and it's really good for that. So I've been using this guy just a little bit under my eyes. It's a very potent, it's a really, really pigmented formula, so it does go a long way. I saw this technique on Crystal Clear Makeup. She has a YouTube and Instagram, but she, instead of bringing in that triangle, she brings it along the nose area, and it really brightens the area a lot better. I also have a little bit of discoloration around my outer eye area, so I bring it there. My normal highlighting areas along my forehead, down my nose and my chin, but then I also highlight around my mouth just to brighten the whole area up. And I'm a very simplistic girl. I don't use any other tools. I use exactly the same foundation brush that I did for my foundation to buff out my concealer. I also like to bring it on my eyelids. It's like a primer as well for all eyeshadow and stuff I'm going to put on for that day. Now that our foundation and concealer is on, and I absolutely love how it's looking, it is time to set. Even though I do have dry skin, these products still need to be set. I disagree with people that don't set their base, especially that have oily skin. That's like impossible. It slips and slides. If you want it to last all day, just set your face. Or find a powder that is. If people are using the wrong powders, I think that's why. I've found the perfect combo for me. For my under eyes only, I am a big fan of using the Colourpop No Filter Settings powder in translucent. I have talked about this God knows how many times. I'm obsessed with it. I think it's like $8 or something, so it's really affordable as well. But I use this to bake under my eyes. I'm not one of those people that's like, I heavily bake and leave it for 10 minutes. I'm not that person. I pack it under my eyes, I set the rest of my face, and then I just brush it off. So I'll show you what I do. But to apply my bake, I've been using this sponge here. It is from Thin Lizzy, and I absolutely hate it for applying foundation. But this little straight slanted edge right here is perfect for getting under my eyes, and it does a really good job, but the actual sponge sucks. So I apply this under my eyes, and I'll just show you what I do. That my bake is on, I'm going to set the rest of my face. I don't use that powder to set the rest of my face because I feel like it is either, I don't know why, I just don't like it as much for a face setting powder. But this guy here is my holy grail. It is the Australis Fresh and Flawless pressed powder. I think this is half a foundation powder, which does give me a little bit extra coverage, but it's just really good for setting the rest of my face. A big fluffy brush here, and I just swirl and set the rest of my face. Nothing over the top. I do then wipe away my bake very quickly as well. I can feel it sort of drying my under eyes out, so I don't like to leave it there for too long. With this routine, at the moment, I do look a little bit powdery and a little bit dry. This is where the next step and the final step of our base routine comes in. I've been using this for a long time now. It is the Insta Fix and Go by Rimmel. It's 2-in-1 setting spray. This apparently primes as well, but I just use it as setting spray. It has a pretty decent mist on it. It's not too heavy, it's not too light. And I pretty much drowned myself in this spray. So this is pretty much my entire go-to base routine done now. I absolutely love it. It does last a really long time. Your skin looks awesome, but still looks like you. Did chuck some brows on because I can't stand myself without brows. It looks so weird. But it is mostly an affordable routine. You can definitely swap out high-end products for drugstore options. I'll leave my favorite drugstore options down below. That way you do have a drugstore-friendly full face of makeup available. If you did like my base routine, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I hope you found this informative, helpful, or whatever YouTube is for nowadays. Anyways, I hope you have a beautiful day, night, or wherever you are, guys. Bye.